Sean, a 2-2 draw, fantastic finish. How does that feel?
Yeah, pleased. A lot of work from the players once again on the road. A lot of noise about the away record here. A lot of noise about the away record in general, but certainly here. So pleased with the way it panned out, really, because we were good in the first half in the sense of the defence side of the game. I didn't think we operated with the ball very well. Mentioned that at half time, and told them we've got to find that. That clarity when the ball turns over in transition. It's not just about working hard when you haven't got the ball. What about working hard when you have got the ball, to be available for each other and go and play? And I thought that improved in pockets second half. Despite going down, there was no lack of mentality. It was almost like shrug it off, let's go again. Pleased with that. Set piece. Another set piece effective, which is important to us. Some of the free play, some of the balls whipped into the box, some of the quality going in the box, and then culminates in a fine finish from young Ellis. Driving as we know he can. He's got to continue to improve at that and play more tough with his body language. But he drives past him, shakes him off, and it's a really good finish under the keeper. So I'm pleased for him and pleased for the group.
You speak about producing moments, big moments like that earn you points and crucial points as well. How much of a confidence boost will that be for Ellis and the entire group?
Well, I think what it is, it reinforces all the work. You've got to remember, I see the work on the training ground. I see the detail, and it reinforces all them good habits and how the team are operating. And, fantastically followed again with our fans. I can't thank them enough. They've been brilliant for us so far. Question marks around the club and all that. When I got in, they've pushed everything aside and just cracking on with the team. And that can only connect more. When the fans come down in their numbers, they see a team going, there's no lack of players there giving everything. And now they're finding some quality moments. And that's an important factor, their mentality towards the team and the team to them. And I think that's growing all the time. And that's another important factor of the many.
An international break coming up now. How important, how good does it feel now going into that with a positive end, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're on a nice little run of form, because it's not always, look, of course it's about results, but there's got to be something about the results. There's got to be a way you're going to get these results, and I've said it many times recently, but I do mean it. You'll take a lucky one, right? Everyone will take a lucky one. But there has to be a future in what you're doing. There has to be a way that you're working that is actually getting points and getting wins. And I think you can, clearly see that. And I'm really pleased with that from the players' point of view. They're adapting, they're learning, they're working, and then they're putting it into place, even at places like this. I know they've been a bit up and down here, but they've just won 3 on the trot. Seen how much money spent, the quality they've got at times, but that we're shaking that all off now and remind ourselves that we're a good group as well. We're an effective group of players and some very good players. And I think that can only add to the layers and the mentality that I keep talking about, especially away from home.
How important is that the belief in themselves, not worrying too much about the opponents? We know every game's going to be tough. Having that inner belief that we can affect games, we can go and get points at difficult places like this.
But the good players, I've reminded them. I've seen the record. I've seen some of these players, what they've won, what they've done in the game. I said, lads, you're very good footballers. You get a few knocks in football, but that's the way it goes. You've got to shake that down. Let's build a mentality from within. Let's start from within. And it just ripples out to everyone. And it's beginning to. People are realising this is a handy group of players who are not only good players, but they'll fight, they'll work, they'll defend like their life depends on it. They're important factors. So when you get all them basics right and the hard yards right, no surprise to anyone, the quality starts showing. And I think it's beginning to. There's still more to come and there's still more work to be done. But they're beginning to find the moments, a big moments. Scoring 2 away again. These are good signs, and looking more effective in the second half away from home. Look effective to score goals. All them things are only small things, but they add up. If you get them all right, they add up to a collective mentality, and I think it's growing.
We could speak about every player on the pitch, I guess, in terms of good performances. I wanted to ask you about Abdoulaye Doucouré, another goal and an assist tonight. How important is that to get those contributions from elsewhere on the field?
It's not just that, it's his open-mindedness. Players, you move him around and we're putting him in that kind of slightly more advanced role, and he's just like, yeah, okay, takes it on. Let's go, sort of thing. And that's an incredible thing to have. That's footballers want to, sometimes, oh yeah, but I'm not playing there, and things can sometimes be questions, from him. He doesn't. He just goes, right, okay, what do you want from me? And he's delivering it, and I'm pleased for him, because he's put a lot of work in. And he's just had a bit of freedom come to him, reminding himself, reminding everyone around us that he's willing to do the hard yards, and then, like I say, his quality shines as well, and he's nicked another goal and getting in the right place and the intent to go and score. So that's the biggest thing for me is the intent. We're looking like a group now. We've freed up a little bit, and everyone's going into the box going, go on then, I'll score a goal, I'll try and score a goal, you know what I mean? And the margins on that are fine, but I can see it as a manager, my staff can see it, been in the game a long time. You watch these things, and it's growing.
I wanted to touch on Ellis's goal as well, obviously a big boost for him. Does it change the complexion of things though, in terms of the options you've got in attack? Obviously, still a young player, still learning, but does it give him a belief, you an extra belief that he can go on and affect more games?
There's no lack of belief in me and players because I played him at Anfield, so I believed in him. he's got to learn the hard yards of the Premier League. You know, see, he's still a bit, you know, he hasn't quite got the feel of a Premier League game and the physicality, and that's going to be a big part of his progress. He came in and asked me what he should do last week, and I said, what do you think? And he gave me 4 things, and I said, you're right. It's an amazing thing about football. He knows what he's got to do, and I'm saying, right, so take action. And tonight he has. He has taken action. Because he doesn't just finish, he fights, you know, he runs hard to get his finish and then finishes calmly. You know, that's him taking action. That's not me, that's just me reminding him. He's told me the answers. We'll go and do it then.
And just finally, it's a 16-day break for him as well. Is it a good chance for him to get some real hard yards in the training ground?
Well, a lot of the players we work with, the ones who are not going away, of course, they'll be working, make sure, no mistake about that. But they will get some rest as well, because they're putting a lot in. You know, I appreciate the effort from them. I really do, on a daily basis and with the team. I appreciate it. So there will be some rest time, there will be some downtime, but there will be some work time.
Thanks for your time tonight, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.